Welcome to Chart of the Week for the week of September 27th. This week we'll look at recently released data on second quarter 2010 personal income totals in Colorado, released by the Bureau of Economic Analysis. As you can see here, personal income for the second quarter of 2010 has increased slightly since the first quarter of this year. It is also up since the second quarter of last year. More specifically, it's up 2.6% since the second quarter of last year, and it's up 0.7% from the first quarter of this year. Personal income has almost moved back up to the peak it hit during the third quarter of 2008, but it still remains 0.7% down. If we add the curve for the national total in personal income, we see that Colorado has been behaving more or less like the nation. Nationally, income dips following the peak of 2008 and has about returned to the peak level. However, comparing to the other states individually, we see here that with an increase of only 0.7% since the first quarter, Colorado is in the bottom quintile of all the states, the dark brown being the lowest quintile and the dark blue being the highest. This would indicate that for whatever reason, income growth in Colorado lags behind many other states. But what does an increase in income mean? The fact that personal income is increasing shows that people's incomes are going up, right? Well, yes, but it's important to define the word income. When we mention income in relation to the BEA's report, income doesn't necessarily mean wage income or income from investments. Income in this case also includes income from all sources, including personal current transfer receipts, which are not income in return for services rendered, and include personal income in the form of Medicare, food stamps, unemployment compensation, public assistance, and a variety of other forms of income. So yes, incomes have gone up since the economic trough of 2009 and since last quarter, but those incomes don't necessarily come from jobs. And this would make sense since the unemployment rate in Colorado has hovered around 8% since February of 2009. Here we see the total personal income curve since 2007, noting again that personal income has almost returned to its previous peak. But if we superimpose the curve for total employment in Colorado, the blue line, we see that although personal income has almost returned to its previous levels, total income is still 149,000 jobs below its peak, which is 5.7% down. It's also still down year over year compared to 2009. So, while personal income is going up, it is unlikely that this increase is due to a substantial amount of job creation or from significant increases in wage rates, but instead is due, at least in part, to increases in non-wage sources of income and transfer receipts.